Good morning, dear children. Today I am going to teach you lesson 6 of English literature, that is making a house. Okay, but before starting with the lesson, let me tell you about the characters of this lesson. So have a look over here, children. So the first one is Mr. Khan. Who is Mr. Khan, children? He is a builder. Okay, builder is a person who builds buildings. Okay, next is Mohsin. Mohsin, he is son of Mr. Khan. Next we have Zubair. He is also son of Mr. Khan. Then we have Amit. He is a friend of Mohsin and Zubair. Then we have Vaishali. She is also a friend of Mohsin and Zubair, children. Okay. So children, the story starts like this. It is Sunday and the children are very excited. You know why they are excited? They are excited because they are going out with Mr. Khan to his building site. Okay. Now their friends Amit and Vaishali, they both are also going with them. As I told you, Mr. Khan is a builder. He builds buildings, okay? And he is taking the children to the building site. What is a building site, children? Building site is a place where the construction of buildings takes place. Okay? Now, Mr. Khan keeps telling the children about the large machines which are used in making a building. Okay, so the children are very excited to see those machines. Now they all reach the building site. Now after reaching there, Mohsin looks at a machine and he says, "What is that, father?" So father replies, "It is a dumper truck. It carries sand or stone." So children, what is a dumper truck? A dumper truck is a truck which carries sand or stone. Now further, Zubair asks, "What is that huge tank on the truck? It is turning round and round." So what father says? Father says it is a cement mixer. It mixes cement, sand and stone to make concrete. You know, children, the floors and the roofs of our houses are made up of concrete. So children, what is concrete? Concrete is a mixture of cement, sand and stone. Okay, and it is used for making the roofs and the floors of our houses. Okay, children. Now after this, Vaishali says, "What is that funny newspaper which those men are holding?" It means Vaishali is looking at a group of men and they are holding something. So Vaishali points out at those men and she says that what is that funny newspaper that those men are holding. So Mr. Khan replies, "It is not a newspaper. It is a plan of the house." Mr. Khan is a builder, you know, and he builds buildings as well as houses. So what he says that those men are holding the plan of a house. Okay. Now children, what is a plan of a house? Now plan of a house shows where the walls, doors and windows of a house will be. Okay. So he tells the same thing to Vaishali. Okay. So Vaishali says, "It is fun. I also want to make a house." So Mr. Khan says, "Do you want to draw a plan of the house?" So what Zubair says? Zubair says, yes, I also want to make. Now Mr. Khan says, all right, each one of you can draw a plan and you can draw the doors and windows also. He further says you can color them too. And then he says that I will see who draws a better one. So the children get very excited and they say, yippee. In excitement, they all shout like this. What do they say? Yippee. So, after this, Mohsin says, that will be fun. And Vaishali says, maybe come here again. We had lot of fun. So, Mr. Khan says, yes, why not? You are always welcome. Now, in the end, Amit says, thank you for everything, uncle. We learnt many new things over here. Okay, so in this way, the lesson ends, children. So what do we understand? We understand through this lesson that the children went to the building site. They saw many new machines. And what is the use of those machines? They also learnt that. Okay. Then they learned about the plan of the house, then what is concrete used for, how it is made. Okay, so in this way they had fun, they enjoyed a lot. I hope you have understood the lesson nicely, children. Now let's do the reading of this lesson. Okay. Now children, open page 51 of your books. Let's start reading the lesson. Lesson 6, Making a House. Circle the houses that you can see in a city. Okay, so you have to circle the houses that you see in a city. So let's start. What is this? It looks like a factory. It is a picture of a factory. Okay, so you won't circle this. Then this is a hut. It is a kacha house. This you don't find in a city. Now this is a pakka house which you find in a city. So you are going to circle it. Okay, like this. Next, this is also a pakka house. So you are going to circle this one also. Now let's start reading the lesson. It is Sunday. The children are very excited. Mohsin and Zubair are going out with their father, Mr. Khan. Their friends Amit and Vaishali are also going with them. Mr. Khan is a builder. He is building a house. The children are at the building site with him. They are going to see the large machines that Mr. Khan talks about. Mohsin, Father, what is that? Mr. Khan, that is a dumper truck. It carries sand or stone. Zubair, look at that huge tank on the truck. It is turning round and round. So children, have a look over here. This is a dumper truck. Okay. And this is a huge tank on the truck. It turns round and round. Okay. Now let's read further. Mr. Khan, that is a cement mixer. It mixes cement, sand and stones to make concrete. The floors and the roofs of our houses are made of concrete. Vaishali, Uncle, what a funny newspaper those men are looking at. Mr. Khan, that is not a newspaper. They are looking at the plan of the house. The plan shows us where the walls will be made. It also shows where the doors and windows will be. Mr. Khan takes the children to another house. The carpenters are fitting the doors and windows. Vaishali, this is fun. I want to make a house. Mr. Khan, would you like to draw the plan of a house? Zubair, yes, I also want to do that. Mr. Khan. All right, each of you can make a plan. You can draw the doors and windows and color it. Let me see whose plan is better. All, yippee! Mohsin, that will be fun. Vaishali, may we come again? We had a good time. Mr. Khan, yes, why not? All of you are welcome here. Amit, thanks for everything, uncle. We learned many new things. Okay, children, now look over here. Which part of the story tells you that a plan helps to do things well? Okay, so have a look over here now. So this part of the story, the plan shows us where the walls will be made. It also shows where the doors and windows will be. This part of the story tells us that a plan helps us to do things well. In the same way, you can also plan your studies, okay? You can plan your day also, that what time you should study, what time you should get up, what time you should go out to play, everything you can plan, okay? So, here we finish off with this lesson. Thank you, children.